played a real good game. Even as watching the film, we could have done some better stuff. We should have held them to probably no points we looked at us if we took down some of the mistakes we made throughout the game. But because overall had a good performance. They're one of the teams coming in with a high profile offense and all that. We knew that coming in, and we prepared well for them. And we was able to eliminate some of those big plays that they usually do against other opponents.
How much have you guys learned simply about preparation the past couple of weeks? Because I think you've seen every game this year. You prepare well that week, you're going to have a great Saturday. When you do that against a highly ranked team like Clemson, how much of an impact does that make for you guys, especially this week leading into NC State?
Yeah, just being able to do what we did against Clemson, it gives us some more confidence even going into this week. We know Clemson not Clemson, but NC State was one of those teams, that beat us last year. The guys that are here, we still remember that, but we don't look at it as a kind of revenge game or anything. It's just they're next up on the schedule, and they're another team that we know we got to beat if we want to reach our ultimate goal. So we're preparing the same way we did for Clemson and Maryland, the same way we do for NC State.
Does that resonate with you guys, especially this week, kind of knowing what happens when you guys are not on your P's and Q's, when you're not on your keys? And NC State had that game-winning drive against you guys last year. Not like you said, not a revenge sort of thing, but knowing we can't let that happen again in terms of the way we got ready for the game and the way we let that happen in the game last year.
Yeah, exactly. After that game, that was a horrible feeling because, we had the same goals that we have this year, and have them beat us, it sucked. And we want to do everything possible to not have that same feeling this year. And we just want to reach our ultimate goal. And we're going to do what we got to do to stop these guys.
I want to ask you about Lamarcus and the way he's playing. How special was that to see it this past week? Because, he's had good games and had some great moments. But not like that, where he puts everything into one game, even a half. 3 forced turnovers and a half. Some guys might not have 3 forced turnovers an entire season.
Lamarcus is one of those guys, we're not surprised by anything he does out on the field. We see him do more crazy stuff in practice. So just to see him do it, though, in the game, it's awesome. He's a great guy. He's a great player. And we know plays like that where they're coming, just the way, that's kind of player he is. He's a guy that can go out there and get 2 picks and get a sack and probably return one of those picks for a touchdown. He's just that kind of guy. He's an amazing athlete and a great player.
Is it fun to see that guy come off the edge when people are least expecting it? It's almost you hear so many people like, oh, the dude's a heat-seeking missile. Yeah. But he really is the way he comes off the edge.
Oh, yeah, especially how fast he is. One minute you see him out there, and then the next minute he's in your face and the ball's in the ground. He has that impact on the game.
How much have you liked putting your hand in the ground and rushing? Because you started defensive end. That's not. You're a linebacker. To start defensive end is pretty special.
Yeah, it was fun being able to do it. It's something that I did some in high school, so I was comfortable with doing it when they asked me to do it. So I just go out there and just play, and try to go hard at it.
We're asking everybody, BCS standings come out on Sunday, blow up, you guys are number 2. How does that second spot feel for you? And is that something that you keep with you or try to just let it go away and play your football?
Just to see that's awesome because that's showing progress. Progress is always good. We're not, in the past, we were kind of one of those teams, we'd be up there and kind of get complacent with it. But I feel like this team, mentally, we're just so much past that. We're all happy that we're number 2. And we're happy to see that, okay, we're moving along well, but we also know our ultimate goal is to be AC champs again and get to that big game. So we're going to do all we have to do just to keep things steady and keep things moving. We take every team game by game, week by week. And so when we know in our conference we have to do that if we want to reach that big game. So we're coming out preparing for everybody like we do if we're playing Florida or Clemson or all these other guys.
You mentioned complacency. Some people would say that's why you guys didn't get the W last year against NC State. So how are you coming out against them, and how are you going to make sure that you're going to get the win this year?
Oh, we're going to come out fire. We're going to come out hungry just like we did these last few games. Like I said, we know what our goals is, and we know what we have to do, and we're staying on that path just to reach it.
And, Winston's performance all season, has been talked about, but now Heisman. That's all anyone wants to say. So what are your thoughts on his ability to be a Heisman candidate?
It doesn't surprise me one bit. I heard Mario say earlier, and he's right. Even last year when he was on the scout team, everything we see him doing now, he did the same exact thing on the scout team, or even better. So just seeing him do it now is not surprising at all. you know, and then the personality that he has, you know, where everybody's comfortable around him, everybody's confident with the ability he has. So we know with him we're fine. You know, offense they're gonna do their thing, put up points, and we're gonna do our job stopping people. And with Winston back there, you know, he can do whatever he wants.
All right.
Okay, looking ahead to this weekend, she mentioned NC State. Part of that is Bobby Bowden's return. How would you say that inspires you and your teammates?
Oh, it's awesome, especially for me. I've always been a Florida State fan. You know, I grew up watching, you know, these amazing Florida State teams in the past. And, you know, that's one of the reasons why I came to Florida State, just to be a part of that. But, you know, just seeing Bobby Bowden come, he hasn't been back since he left. So just seeing him here on the field, you know, being able to plant that spear, you know, it's going to be an amazing moment. I'm looking forward to it. You know, if you can't get hyped for that, I don't even know what else you can do. So it's going to be awesome seeing him again.
Now, you didn't have the opportunity to be coached by Bobby Bowden, but your father and your brother both did. Would you say that that's, you know, a little bit extra special for you that Bobby Bowden's coming back, that he's at least going to get to watch you play as well?
Oh yeah, that's going to be amazing, especially him on the sidelines. You know, it's going to be just like when I was a kid, just dreaming about him coaching me when I'm in the backyard playing football. So it's going to be awesome just seeing him there.
He's also one of the most beloved and admired figures, not just here at Florida State, but in all of college football. What would you say you admire most about Coach Bowden?
From what I hear, everybody who played for him, they always said not only he's not just only that coach that, you know, that's going to coach you hard or do rah-rah and just forget about your other practice. He's one of those guys that want to be a part of your life. Most people describe him as a father figure. I know my dad describes him as a father figure because he grew up, he didn't have his dad with him all the time. So just him being able to, you know, actually care about the players, that's something special because you don't usually get a lot of that. You usually just got the coach, but he's also like the guy, father figure for some of these players.